All right. Last minute, I had a few people asking me to go live for the state of play for The Last of Us. I'm going to be watching it anyway. I hope we don't get flagged or nothing, but let's probably with music. Let me turn that down a bit. Let me see how many people are showing up. Bum, bum. I'll go to the comments here in a second. Yo, what's going on, guys? Let me put this on the socials real quick. I must have misheard something. Someone said The Last of Us, either this whole thing was 20 minutes or The Last of Us was a 20-minute like featurette on State of Play, which I don't normally check out the State of Plays. I normally wait until, people separate them and then I just watch what specifically I find interesting. But someone told me, or at least I remember, I could be remembering wrong. I hope it's something. Not just like a small little look and then nothing else. Let me see here. Come on, man. I want to put this on. I don't care about that.
Starting in October, alongside MLB The Show 19. Our time's almost up, but before we let you go, let's take a look at another upcoming PS4 game from PlayStation's Worldwide Studios.
Oh, shit. Why does she got a mask on? Because she's... Nice.
Get off me! Please stop!
Seems more simple than what we were predicting. I thought it was the whole community.
What you walking into?
What are you doing?
You don't know how large that group is,
Shit.
how armed.
I don't care. You can't stop this.
Oh, shit. Is that Joel? Come on.
What the hell are you doing here?
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
Looks good. That looks crisp. Oh, man. 2/21/20. So it was in February.
We know you've been anxiously awaiting any
2/21/20. Time to
all new
Yeah, thank you, Naughty Dog. Now, don't flag this, but thank you, 221. Now I got to plan my, the end of February going into March. Oh, shit. What do you guys think? Come on. First impressions of the trailer. What do you think? Yo, I think that's bomb. Listen, we got one big reveal. I mean, there's two things. One, we all knew Chick was going to get it. They clearly hinted that. That's not something where this happens a lot where you'll see people be like, that was predictable, where storytelling will hint where it's going. And then people will go like, oh, that was predictable. No shit, because from the very first trailer, they showed Ellie had that bracelet. How do I get out of this shit? Ellie had that bracelet. Really? And we knew it was going to go in that direction, where it was a revenge tale, dark, blah, blah, blah. I was under the assumption it was going to be the whole town. I'm actually a bit relieved, and I think that's awesome. I'm thrilled. It is Ellie and her new girl go out. Her new girl obviously gets killed, and then or taken, or both. And then it is more personal, intimate with her going, but the town and the Joel and Tommy and all them, because that would be a big thing if it was Joel and Tommy and Tommy's wife and the whole community's wiped out. That seems like it's on a grander scale, which would be a little more complicated. I like this idea. I wonder how much you're going to be interacting with Tommy's community. Someone in one of the articles, it made it seem like you're going to be playing for a few hours, which I think this idea is great. As Ellie, going on runs, like planning, you know what I mean? Like just being in the town. I don't want to get too much into it because, again, I skimmed through an article and it looked like it was in depth. One of those world building, like civilization games where you're building your crops and you're helping build up buildings in the town and maybe helping with the water supply, blah, blah, blah. The idea here is you don't want the player to jump into the game and have no connections with the town and the people and what's going on there and immediately kill the girl and send Ellie out into the world. Especially with a game like games like Days Gone and The Last of Us, where The Last of Us is more linear, but they have open world stages. You know what I mean? Where not everyone has to go down a certain corridor every single level. Some levels have it to where it is a whole street. You can go at any different way and different angle, but it is mapped out for you where you all end in the same place. You know what I'm saying? So as big as it is, and as long as it would be, maybe let's say 50 hours. I mean, geez, Days Gone. I think I put like 70 hours into that game. With that amount of gameplay time, you can utilize the first 2 to 3 to 4 hours of just being in the town and having those runs, and that way you build those connections with the characters. When shit pops off, you're behind Ellie when it comes to getting revenge. You're behind Ellie when it's more emotional. And you're invested, you know? So I think that's fine. Let me see. Let's pop out the chat and see what you guys have to say. Where is the chat screen? Nope, that's not it. Where is the chat screen, brother? There it is. Yeah, and I watched the Breaking Bad trailer, and that looked really good. It does look like the fans who wanted Walter White to stay dead, it does look like those fans are getting their wish. Of course, it's TV, let's not forget. So there's always a chance. I know we love the ending, but there's always a chance for them to pull some kind of twisted, like, reveal, you know? Because, listen, if Walter White is dead, just real quick on Breaking Bad, it seems like they're likely going to kill Jesse in his, in his movie and end out his storyline. Or do something different that's a twist with Uncle Jack, similar to what I was talking about with Walter, but Uncle Jack taking most of the blame because he was the one who did the prison, killed Hank, blah, 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 blah. So it makes more sense that you're either finalizing Jesse's story, or they have a bigger twist where it pushes the blame onto them and Jesse makes it out of there with, his life, essentially, because I don't know how well it would end if you throw him in prison for 15 years or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Anyway, Cal B with a $5 donation. What's up, Ronnie? It's been a minute. I wish we got to see more, but I'm happy we got a release date. Going into it, I wanted a release date, absolutely. And then I wanted, I didn't want just like a quick 30-second whoop-de-whoop, but it depends on what they gave us. And I think they gave us just enough to where I'm still dying for more. Definitely dying for more. And we did get a couple mini important reveals, like I said, about it being on a smaller scale with the revenge and the attack and stuff, because there was a moment where I really thought, man, this is going to be the whole friggin' tribe wiped out. Did you hear about the showrunners for Fear the Walking Dead wanted to do a musical episode? Yeah. We're not gonna contaminate this stream by talking about Fear the Walking Dead, but yes, that is a real thing. They actually talked about doing a musical, and the one girl says that they're still considering it. And again, for people being like, that's so ridiculous, there's no way that's possible, she even mentions maybe it's a hallucination or maybe someone's doing this. Keep in mind, imagine on Fear the Walking Dead, zombies are doing this little musical number, they're singing and dancing, and it's someone who is, lost a lot of blood and they're hallucinating. They would definitely do some shit like that on Fear the Walking Dead. Anyway, moving on. I don't want to taint the stream with that. Why act it out? We can see it. I don't know what that is. Someone wants to act it out. Yeah, I saw the Breaking Bad trailer. Holy shit, today's a good day. Stoked. Yeah, well, I want to know what the collector's edition is. I am streaming this just as much as Days Gone. For those new here, I streamed Days Gone for, I think it was 2 weeks straight, once a day. And then I moved it over to my personal channel, and I tried to keep up with it up until I moved. I would like to go back to Days Gone and still get back to the challenges. I moved in the middle of the challenges, and now it's neat because I moved and I'm out of the game for like 2 months. Now that I'm back, all the challenges are open, and I just want to get the game on. Last night I downloaded it and got everything ready, so one of these days when I'm ready, we're just going to get on stream and do Days Gone. But when The Last of Us comes out, we are streaming that from beginning to end, and that's all we're doing on the channel. Hey, Ronnie, did you hear about the showrunners? All right, I already did that one. Cup of coffee. I don't know what that means. Ronnie, I need Sony to announce a PS4 Pro Last of Us 2 bundle. I don't know if they would do a bundle for that. Yeah, my face definitely lights up for The Last of Us. I can't wait for that. And again, it's got to be soon, because now is the time for pre-sales. And this is what I was talking about in the beginning of this year when everyone was saying, not everyone, but a lot of the clickbait YouTubers were saying, we're getting it Mother's Day, we're getting it this day, they just want your clicks. They don't give a shit when it's really coming out. I mean, maybe they do, but they care more about the views for the money than they do being real with it. And I came on and I was like, if no one's talking about pre-sales, they're full of shit and they're lying to you, because that's the most important aspect when you're getting to the marketing and setting this up for sales. Now, this is the push. They did it. They teased us with an actual hit of a trailer. I don't think this is the last one. I would be surprised. I think Last of Us 2 is big enough to not need another trailer. But I think just before release date, we'll get the final trailer, and it will be a whopper. It's not going to be all revealing, because that would be stupid, but I do believe we will get one more final push of promotion before it. But what I mean by pre-sales is this is the time where they have the official release date. They get in touch with all the stores, pre-orders open up, they start getting in touch with the press, and they go through that process. Maybe they already have done it. I'm not sure. I know some of it, but I don't know timeline wise when it goes out, and I only did maybe a year in marketing and shit like that, so, and a lot of it was on the ground. I wasn't even in the offices making the decisions. I'm just going by what I've overheard and shit like that. Why am I saying shit like that all the time? Anyway, so the pre-sales is when they put up all the pre-orders. They put the information out for what type of collector's editions. So that should be coming out relatively quick, I would imagine. The standard, and I would expect 2 types of collector's editions where we have one with something, statue or whatever, and then another with like art book and patches. And so we might have like 3 versions depending on how I don't think we're gonna get more than that. Those infected look awesome. Did you guys not hear the sound? I tried to turn the sound up. Sometimes I'm switching things and it didn't go right. Aaron Paul say you have to watch Better Call Saul a couple of times before El Camino. No, I didn't hear him say that. That's a big ask though. Better Call Saul is, it's huge. And there's, I don't even know what that means. There's so many episodes that have nothing to do with, El Camino. 150 days to go to The Last of Us. Oh, I can't wait to stream this. Kyle B with a $2 dono. Will you be checking out Death Stranding? I'll probably play that too. Oh. New affected bloater titles. I don't know why YouTube is doing that when they're blocking all this shit. Ronnie, what do you think Joel has been doing? Because I feel like he's going to be absent for the first half or probably second half of the game and eventually resurface in the final act. I'm not really sure. I got to process that a bit because it's Tommy who goes to her. So Joel could be on a run, He looked like a lost puppy when he showed up instead of like a badass, like, let's do this. He looked like, oh God, this is going to be tough. What up, dude, guys? It looks seriously amazing. Cannot wait. Also, have you seen the 26-minute gameplay of Dying Light 2? That also looks incredible. Definitely leaps ahead of the first in quality. Well, as long as it's better than the first, because the first was definitely packed with potential, especially the landscape and what you can do and looting and shit like that. Especially maneuvering. I think that was one of the more unique aspects of wait, are we thinking about the same game? Yeah. The parkour one. That was one of the more unique aspects, but the story real basic and bland, and then they had leveling up to defeat the zombies was another thing that was just absolute ridiculousness. And I think I even ran into, when I quit playing the game on live streams, I think I even ran into a bug where the one big zombie, I had to get by him, but he was glitched where he had a completely different outfit on. And was he like unstoppable or something? I forget, but I know right around there is when I was like, I'm done. They tease that Joel is a leader of the community. You mean with Tommy and them? I could see that. Theory that Joel is already dead can be true, but I don't think they will go that way. I don't believe in I can see no gameplay, or I can see and know nothing about their plans for The Last of Us 2, and I'll tell you right now, I'd bet my life Joel's not dead in the beginning. Logically, it makes no logical sense. And again, that's like internet speak, because the internet feeds off of the shock and the awe and the twists and the big red fucking arrows that point to things saying what you missed in it, and it's 95% of shit that you saw with maybe one really interesting thing that you missed, or like some really background stuff that has nothing to do with what's on screen, but it's a neat little tidbit, and that's about it. The internet is built off that. So fans over the years, and I'm guilty of this too, to an extent, we all are, but fans just have a bad habit of taking the most shocking thing. What if it starts and Joel's dead? Boom! And no, it won't ever do that. Why? Because you have, first off, the writer Neil Druckmann, writer and creator, has this bond and friendship. It's not just hiring workers. That alone, and the human aspect of that behind the scenes, that alone, there's no way he's going to call in Troy Baker, knowing how much this means to him, and say, we're doing Last of Us 2, but you're dead. You know, it's impossible. It'll never happen. Now, could he die during it? Sure. By the end of it, I'm half expecting him to die by the end of it. It all depends on how it kicks off, because again, I don't know story-wise how that roller coaster would play out, having a death that kicks it off and the death that ends it. It might be a little convoluted, and it depends on how they do it, though. But Joel can't start the game dead. There's no way. That was never a possibility. I mean, I'm sure they could have thought of it. Hey, what about this shocking thing? But that's not happening. I really don't care about Jesse Pinkman, so I'm not really hyped for El Camino unless Walt is actually alive, but I'll still watch him, not hyped. Well, the thing for me is, I'm the same way. Like, I really like Aaron Paul, and I really like the Jesse Pinkman character a lot. He was one of my favorites. He broke down a bit as far as being one of my favorites when he, turned into a bit of a bitch. I agree with his anger, but he kind of let his anger just, like, tear him down. With Brock and the whole thing, and then becoming a snitch and all that. I was like, all right, Jesse, but it's only a movie, so it's only an hour and a half. I think it'll work just fine with Walt dead. I would prefer him alive. Let's be honest. It's Breaking Bad. I want Walter and Jesse, I want Heisenberg and Jesse Pinkman. It's plain and simple. Why? Because I enjoy watching them together, so I want it, I bet the gameplay will look amazing. They took a long time with it. Yeah, there was only one aspect when she was on the horse, and I thought that was a little bit rough, but maybe that wasn't. Maybe that was just in my head. I mean, let's look and see if I got my comic on the screen. Let me go over here. My script is, I don't want to spoil my, that would suck, huh? Let me go over here and Last of Us 2 trailer. There's got to be something out. No, come on, you oh my fucking god, this. I love you, YouTube, but the shit they do, you gotta jump through hoops to get out of your channel and onto the rest of YouTube. I don't understand why it's like that. The old YouTube was easy. You had two bars, one on top was to search all of YouTube. The one on the bottom was to search your channel specifically. How now you got this drop down menu and you got to go to YouTube, out of your channel, and it's, come on, man. I don't know why they keep fiddling with shit. All right. No, we need to filter that. Last hour. Let's get it. We got, oh shit, a lot of people are doing live nows. Last of Us Part 2 official gameplay trailer, state of play. Okay, right here. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, homie. All right, put this bitch on the screen. I am going to turn this down a little bit because I don't trust the sound. So, we've got... Let me take my ugly mug and drop it down a notch. Let me take that down a peg. Alright, so here's Tommy's town. Tommy, Joel, Ellie, and gang. She's smoking a blunt. I like her already. Now the quality's going to be a little touch and go because this was recorded off of something and we're rewatching it on something. And I can already tell already it's pixelated when it shouldn't be because it was clear in the state of play. This is neat. I can't wait to at least explore some of the town before we get into the revenge plot out in the world. So this is awesome. This is really awesome. I love the look of this. It's like a Western... that's Ellie right there, I would imagine, but it's like a Western whole built-up world within within this community. And we cover a lot of The Walking Dead on the channel. So when I released my comic, for anyone who has no idea, I created and wrote a comic called Doomsday Kingdom, and then the artist is named James Milne. Always want to give him a shout out. But we get a lot of people because we did The Walking Dead, assuming it would be a lot close, similar to The Walking Dead. But the world itself is a lot more like The Last of Us, where it has these type of communities and this type of setup, as opposed to The Walking Dead, which is weird because you would think they would have the same thing going on, but I'm glad they don't, because then, other people, it wouldn't be so saturated. Well, then again, maybe the show will. If it's going to be on for 20 years, it better get settled in. Dude, guys, I've had a rough week, so thanks for being here. Oh, I appreciate the support. Thank you, guys. But I love the snow. Oh, I'm so hyped to play in the snow. This, too. Alright, so that's Ellie and her girlfriend, I would imagine. Look at that. Aww. It blurs out, but there's no clothes on this clicker. I wonder if they'll have a few different ones. This is the one, Dina. I think that's the girl's name. This is the one that I would have to rewatch it again on a high def upload, but it did look a bit off. Other than that, it looks beautiful for the most part. I wonder who this is. Is this a nearby group? Because Tommy talks like, gee, they beat the shit out of her. And then look at this. See, this is the shit I love. This shit is right up my alley. Where you have the overgrowth. Especially with the skyscrapers. They had a few moments in the first one where you're in a skyscraper that fell into another one. Some of those levels, man, that shit you can do, I feel, so much easier and immersive in a video game, and they need to take advantage of that as much as possible than you can do in a movie, obviously because of the CGI and what all would be involved in that. But with a video game, you're actually there with the crisp graphics. It just has this immersion that I haven't gotten from many movies at all. I think some of them try to go too big and wide scope with it. Like we'll see generic shots, like she's at the end of the window, and then they do the whole helicopter pan, and it's this CGI destruction with a little ant there. Sometimes I think more intimate is better when it comes to filmmaking, by having us there with them. Slowly lean the camera out. You get the wind and maybe the birds. No music, just that atmosphere, some creaking, and you can see all the way down. Then you look a little bit to the left, and you see this sight that you've never seen and will never see in your life before, with the destruction of a city, but halfway up a skyscraper that's kind of tilted and leaning, and then you look over, and again that atmosphere, doing more smaller intimate shots like that, instead of the usual cliche way of doing the whole city in CGI. This is neat too. I wonder if you get some control with the boat, or if this is just a little cinematic leading you into the gameplay. This guy's butt-ass naked. So we have... Is this the group that does the sickness stuff? Because they were hanging people from trees. Maybe this is the group with the sickness. Are they the same? Or is it two different groups? To flesh out the story, it'd probably be two different groups. Like she's after the one group. I like how they do those in close-ups when they're mid-fighting. And that's a bloater. We've seen those before. I wonder what new ones we're going to get. There was a dog, I think. Yeah, right here. I don't know if that's infected. It looks like it had a collar on it, though. It might not even be infected. I'm trying to see what different types of... There was a clicker. It looks like we might get 2 or 3 different looking of each one, you know? Fucking Joel. Yeah, he might be in it in the beginning as non-playable, and then after a while when you're out there, this moment happens, and then he's like the Ellie in part 1. He gives you backup, he helps you out. I like that different spin and that different twist. I know there was some fans who were not happy about having Ellie is the lead. But I'm cool with that, because I still feel there's a chance. There's a small chance we might get to play Joel in part 2. Let me read some of the comments. Odd, I've never seen anyone growing weed in any zombie movie or show. Seems like it would be a great resource. Yeah, I agree with that. We should probably be seeing it more. You're an idiot. What else we got? How do you feel about Dexter vibe with Jesse and Walter? Walter being Jesse's hallucination. I don't do hallucinations. No, it's because it's not the real. It's not the real character. Even with Dexter, there was some that I enjoyed for what they had set up, and it's a little more comedic. But when it's a more serious tone like Breaking Bad, I don't do hallucinations at all, because it's not Walter White talking. It's Jesse's hallucination of what Walter White would say. So it's not even close to being the same thing. So I don't play that when it comes to the more serious ones. What else we got? Snow does not affect them. Cold weather, should I say? Well, nah. I mean, it didn't in the first one, so I doubt it. I'm going to try to finish a movie in a month or 2. I might have to take some short cuts. It might be sloppy, so go easy on me. Take your time, just get it done. No one's rushing you. If you need to take a little more time to do it, go ahead. The vines going up the skyscrapers are sick. Hell yeah. Did you see The Last of Us Remastered is free? Yeah, I mean, I already have it though. So, but if anyone hasn't, it's free on PlayStation Plus. Well, it's not really free. You're paying for PlayStation Plus, but it's the cheapest it'll ever be. How many years has it been since the outbreak? Well, it's probably about 30 years now, right? Wasn't it 20 years when we met up with Ellie, and she's 25 years, let's say, roundabout. When Joel covers Ellie's hand, it shows stairs behind him. What if they're baiting us and they actually kill Joel? Well, it's hard to read what you're saying. He's there, definitely. Are they baiting us? I already went on about killing Joel. It's not happening. In the beginning, again, he can die halfway or most of the way through it. But to kick it off with him in the beginning, he's not going to be dead. As far as, I don't understand how they'd be baiting. You might have to explain that, how they're baiting us with stairs behind him. I don't get what stairs have to do with him being alive or dead. We don't know what group it is. Years have passed since the first game. Yeah, I believe, what was she like? I don't even know. It's been like 5 or so years since the first game, so. But my question isn't from the first game, though. Is that the same group that cuts people open that we saw in the other trailer? Are they the same ones that kill her girlfriend, or is it two different groups? One kills her girlfriend, and Ellie just runs into the other ones, the other group. Hope Kang isn't ball banging in this season. I'm not sure what that means. You think the twist is will be finally it will be the Fireflies? Da da damn. Is that young Abe Lincoln? Listen. Oh hell yeah! Get The Last of Us. Play it. It's worth it. Get ready for part 2. Definitely. We got some new people getting The Last of Us. The actor who plays Mike Ehrmantraut said he will be in El Camino. How do you think they will incorporate him? I have no idea. I didn't hear that, so I have no clue. I mean, he's no longer around, so it would likely be a flashback. And again, I don't even want to say hallucination because I hate the idea of a hallucination for Breaking Bad. But likely a flashback, I would imagine. Dude, guys, channel has been going good, getting a lot of subs. That's what's up. Keep it up. Are you gonna F with Google Stadia? No, I'm not. I'm not messing with that at all. At least not yet, anyhow. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. Did you see a cool dude I subscribed a long time ago? Oh, you seem like a cool dude. I subscribed a while ago. You have some good videos. You have my first time in your live stream. Thanks for being here, David. I appreciate that support. Have you seen the trailer for the new zombie movie called Little Monsters? Yeah, that's the one with a little bit of comedy to it, right? They're a special edition GameStop. I'm not sure if you're telling or asking or drunk or sober. So let's, just for the sake of it, I think that would be a pretty decent announcement, but just for the sake of it, Last of Us 2 pre-order releases. Bum 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 bum. GameSpot has a pre-order guide. What is that little fly? September 20th. Oh, that's an old article. They're not going to have shit on here. Why would you put a pre-order guide out 4 days before you know damn well this is coming out? Jeez. There's nothing up about collector's editions. Last of Us 2 editions. Yeah, that's going to be its own separate announcement. There's nothing in the news about... Where's my drink? Yeah, there's nothing in the news about the collector's editions. Look at these articles, too. Fucking idiots. This is how stupid some sites are. The Daily Star. A bunch of morons. Anyhow, I don't even know what this is. What is this? I'm not clicking on shit with these guys, but they said Daily Star, all the release date was leaked ahead of the PS4 State of Play live stream, releasing on February 28th, 2020, alongside a special edition, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't leaked. The people who leaked it just simply picked, a lot of us knew it was most likely February because of that actor's slip-up, but they just picked the very last day in February. That's simple. You know, anyone can do that. I can't wait for the end of February, though. The Last of Us 2 Collector's Edition seemingly leaked. I wonder how many of these are actually legit. Ba-ba-ba-bum. A Swiss retailer. Let me show you guys what this is. And I don't know who this is coming from, so... It is... multiplayer first. I've never been on this website before. So the Swiss retailer put up this collector's edition. What's the price? Okay, they put a high price. I don't know if I buy that at all. I mean, it seems pretty generic, especially with pre-orders. Anyone could just put up a pre-order. If you have a company, you could just, okay, put it up. People were putting up pre-orders for The Last of Us before they even knew when it was releasing. That'd be cool box art, though. I give them props for that. So, yeah. Ball banging it is half-assing it, screwing it up, fucked up. Oh. New to me. I think my 3 favorite seasons, The Walking Dead, are 1, 2, and 9, but love season 4 and 5. The Ellie Collector's Edition with the backpack is dope. You know what I thought of too? They had an Ellie and Joel Steelbook Collector's Edition. Yeah, I gotta get a haircut. Fear Show creators are talking about doing a musical. We already discussed that. It's an eye roll. Ronnie, maybe Ellie is wearing a mask because her and Tommy decided to keep her immunity a secret. That might have been it. I thought about that as soon as I mentioned it. All right. Yeah, that could be it. Do you think The Walking Dead season 10 will be better than The Walking Dead season 9? I think it has the potential to be, but it might be hard to get away with that. Hey Ron, if you don't want to watch Better Call Saul, maybe you can just watch the flash forwards of Saul. They last like a minute. I'm sure someone will put it up on YouTube and I'll just watch that, you know, because that's probably more relevant. What's your dream zombie game? Well, I don't have one dream zombie game, but if I did, it would be similar to Days Gone, blended with something that has a linear structure. It's hard to explain without, like, it, you know, it has a massive open world, but there's certain ones that are blocked off until you complete certain missions as you go along, not just like a huge open world, but it's going in buildings in a way, in buildings and out in the wild in a way that deals with the slow moving zombies. But the gimmick here is you can take out a few of them, not with clunky Resident Evil stabbing whatever. You can take out a few of them, but if you come across a decent sized horde, they're just gonna roll through you. You know, so it'll be a little more methodical that way. When you're going through areas like Days Gone is real fun and it's edge of your seat, but it only lasts for seconds because they are so fast. You only have a few seconds to turn right or turn left, and if you pick the wrong one, you're dead immediately. I think a slower build could also work, whereas if you get cornered around some type of downtown and you can't just climb up the walls or hop over a banister or something, you can try to kick in doors, go that way, but you got zombies coming in certain windows, but it's this slow pouring, so you get the whole effect of going to the living room, There's zombies at the door. You can see zombies, crawling through broken window. You see over here, there's more zombies pounding at the window. So you can't get out through the living room. So you go to the kitchen. There's zombies there. You go upstairs. You go to the left. There's no way out. You go to the right, and there's like a little porch. You jump off there, but there's a group here. So then you jump up to the other roof, go down the other side, and then there's a group here, but there's a little opening. Shit like that, because again, it has this tension where you're getting overtaken, but it's not so quick that it's done and over. Because Days Gone is real fun in that regard, but man, is it quick. It's oh shit, we got to get through here. If you make the wrong turn, it's almost instantaneous. You either get out or you're dead, Skybound will release the Walking Dead Alien comic, but apparently it will have more pages than the original version. Thoughts? I really don't care. I'll get it eventually, but I don't care. The story wasn't really anything but just a guy out in the world. I mean, it was more of a marketing thing between the two companies than a beefy story, so I'll pick it up eventually when I'm out and about, maybe. I mean, Ellie's outside when she noticed Joel either just cutting and placing clips in the trailer, or they're making us think her girlfriend dies when it's actually Joel. No, that's not going to happen. I mean, it could be possible, but again, I think that's just the internet thing trying to reach for something that's all shocking. Oh my God, they're trying to really trick us out. Name a time where they tricked us out so in such a way where actual characters are, you know what I mean? It's usually small, simple, sleight of hand type fake outs. It's not something that's so extensive. You have Joel and Ellie, he's literally putting his hand over her mouth, but they have it as something else, you know what I mean? It sucks for the character. Man, it sucks for the character. John Dory, he's such a good character. I agree. I like the characters from Fear the Walking Dead, certain ones, but the show just sucks. The writing's terrible. The Walking Dead could make a boatload of money doing an actual good game, not these rushed, let's get it out with really poor ideas. Had I known what Overkill's The Walking Dead was supposed to be before, I wouldn't have even gotten excited for the trailers, because the idea of staying in one area and then getting screwdrivers, and it's just the multiplayer aspect. That's a corporate decision, because corporate still says, oh, multiplayer is going to be the future of gaming and stupid shit like that. No, it's not. There's a balance, and you need variety. People don't go every freaking weekend. I mean, sometimes you do for a little bit, but then you get sick of it and you go to other restaurants. But you don't go out every weekend and go to the same place and get the same thing every single day forever. You might get you might get hooked on a certain pizza and you're there for a while, but then you try something new. Or I should say, a better example is you don't eat the same meal every single day 3 times a day. No, we want variety. Same thing with video games. We don't all want only zombie games. We don't all want only first-person shooters. We don't all want only multiplayer games. And we don't want only single-player games. Not in today's day and age, in today's market. No, we want all these different varieties, so that way we have something that we're in the mood for when we're in those particular moods. Days Gone and Fortnite are 2 totally drastically different games, but they're ones where you can jump in and get something different from them. Same thing with The Last of Us and other games coming out. I feel like that Overkill one, I feel like that was a corporate one saying, oh, what's going to make us money? Multiplayer, because we could put loot boxes and shit in it eventually. In your own personal opinion, do you think teenagers under 17 should be allowed to play violent video games? Absolutely, but it's up to the parents, though. I would say 13, 14 is probably an age I'd be comfortable with. Again, it matters on the specific content, though, because it's not all the same. But like The Last of Us, I let my daughter play it. I mean, she was like 6, The only thing I covered her eyes for was that weirdo David, and I think that was pretty much it, because Last of Us doesn't have any you know, anything deviant really. So when it comes to blood and guts and, you know, zombie gore shit, I think she was like 6 when she played it. And she played it by herself, not by herself, but you know what I mean. She actually played it, got through, beat the game, you know, all on her own. Yeah, she might have been 7, something like that, but it doesn't matter. What if they revealed that Mike Ermitrot survived somehow? See what I mean about the internet? Guys, don't let the internet corrupt you. Mike is dead. He's dead. He's so dead, it's not even funny. He is dead. He's dead. For real dead. He got gut shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gone. Have you ever played Until Dawn? Yes, I have that game too. If you click the link on Naughty Dog's tweet, you can see the collector's edition. Why do I have a feeling that's bullshit? Because if they revealed the collector's edition, it would be everywhere. Oh, what is that? Wait, what is this? Look at this. We're just getting started. Journalists from all over the world are getting the first ever hands-on with 2 new levels from The Last of Us. My jealousy right now is through the roof. Oh my god. What is this? The Last of Us Part 2. Media event. Oh my god. Rust on coffee. Oh my god. That was so fucking cool. Look at that. Oh shit. Yeah, my jealousy just went through the roof. Anyhow, so here's Naughty Dog. Who is this crazy witch? Let's click on Naughty Dog. Launches 2/21/2020. It should have been 2/20/2020. That would have been the bomb. I don't know why, but that's funny. Anyway. Oh, right here. Holy shit. I take that back. Why are the websites not jumping all over this? Yo, the internet is slow today. My apologies. Watch new trailer just debuted. Here's the collector's editions. Are you shitting me? Oh, shit. Here we go. Is there a Joel? Okay, I'll go through them again. Hold on. The hype just got real. So here's the trailer. Here's the collector's. Here's the standard edition. It comes with a full game physical. It comes with a full game digital version. And then it's digital avatar. Okay, that ain't nothing. And then we have The Last of Us Part 2 Special Edition. Again, huge shout out for that. Shit, yeah. Part 2 Collector's Edition with a steelbook. That's the one I'm getting. The mini art book. Told you there'd be an art book. There always is. Ammo capacity upgrade. Crafting training manual. And then PS4 dynamic theme. Set of 6 PSN avatars. Okay, so pretty standard stuff for the initial special edition. Now here's the collector's edition. There's an Ellie edition too. Here's the collector's edition. Now remember, these are cheapo statues. They're only made to be like $40, $50 statues. They don't have all the best detail with the faces. But I have the original Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn. I got the Days Gone one. And for little statues that, you know, go with properties that don't have a lot of collector's items, it's great. So you get these pins. You get a pin set. This looks identical to Days Gone. You get the pins. You get this little bracelet, which is Ellie's girlfriend's bracelet, and you get these stickers. Again, same as Days Gone, just different imagery and stuff. And then you get this art book, steelbook, including the full game. This is the one I'm getting because it has the steelbook and the statue. 12-inch Ellie statue, 48-page art book, Ellie's bracelet, lithograph, art print, and thank you letter. Set of 5 stickers, set of 6 enamel pins. This is the one I am getting right here. The statue isn't the greatest, but I'll take it. I wanted something with maybe a zombie Joel and Ellie similar to the first one, but I do not bullshit. I appreciate that. I do dig this. I will say the statue is a bit underwhelming. I'm gonna take it though because it's all we can get for The Last of Us. I'm hoping Prime One or one of these upcoming, statue companies would create something and Naughty Dog would let them, however that works out. But I do like this Steelbook artwork a lot. And finally, we have the Ellie edition. Is there more? Okay. We have The Last of Us Part 2 Ellie edition. This has the Steelbook. Why do they gotta say full game? I get it, but 12-inch Ellie statue, 48-page mini art book from Dark Horse, Ellie's backpack, Ellie's bracelet, the logo patch, lithograph, 7-inch vinyl record featuring music from the original soundtrack, set of 5 stickers. Okay, so it has everything, including the new ones, the backpack and the vinyl record. I'm not sure if I'm getting the Ellie edition, to be honest. I don't really need the backpack. Maybe if I did get the Ellie edition, I'd give the backpack to my daughter. I'm not sure yet. If she wants it, I would get it for her. And then we have the deluxe digital, which is the themes that we all read about. What else is there? Collector's edition, which includes a beautifully crafted 12-inch Ellie statue, life-size replica of Ellie's bracelet, custom steelbook, set of 6 enamel pins, lithograph, art print, set of collector's edition also comes. Alright, so yeah, we do have the collector's edition with. You know what is neat though? The collector's edition from Part 1. It's Ellie sitting on a broken post box. So it is kind of neat in a way having grown up Ellie sitting. On the other one, she's sitting on. I'll just show you. No. See what I mean? She's sitting on this broken newspaper box, and it's pretty neat. The details aren't all there in the face, but it's pretty damn good. Again, for a statue that is valued around like $50, because this set was $120, the game is $60, and you got a few other trinkets as well. So you figure the statues are around $50 and the pins and all that. Give that $10 for all the extras, art book, pins. So it's only like a $40-$50 statue, and if you buy statues, $30 to $40 to $50 statues aren't the best. Sometimes you get some really good ones. I think certain characters, not just like people, come out the best in that price range. But she's sitting in that one, and in the new one, she's sitting playing her guitar. It's a little thing. I'm not sure if they did that on purpose, but I dig it. Well, let's see what you guys are saying. When I was 9 years old, I had already beaten very Grand Theft Auto. Now 20 and turned out fine. Yeah, I think it depends on the kids for real. If you have a kid that's touched, you know, keep notice of that. How's Doomsday Kingdom going? It's coming out good. It's going along great. The artist actually did a stream last, was it? Shit, no. We did a reaction video on this channel of the artist reacting to a review of his artwork. And I think it was the day before or maybe yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday because I was setting up a video while he was streaming. But he streams spoiler-free pages on his channel. Actually, he's going to be streaming on the Doomsday Kingdom YouTube channel now. So if you guys want to check that out, check that out. You could kill 500 people in a game, but if you show a nipple, it gets NC-17. So weird. Yeah, that's dumb. Yeah, we believe you, Farid, dumbass. Got old in one match for me like Fortnite. I put Fortnite on last night, and I died immediately and just stopped playing. Did you ever see The Sopranos? Oh, hell yeah. I love The Sopranos. Yeah, I think The Last of Us is as big as The Walking Dead. It just doesn't have as much stuff coming out. Rick in the movies. I'm cool with, a new look. He doesn't have to have his older looks. I'm cool with clean shaven, to start. I wonder how old Ellie is. She's getting cute. Well, she's like 19 in this, I think. The actress who plays her is my age, though, so it's all good. Just picture her. I do like how they took some of the likeness from the actress and they incorporated more of that into Ellie. And you can see it, too, around like the eyes and nose. If you know who she is, you can see it. I like that. She's supposed to be around 19. Collector's edition looks a bit bland. I will say the statue was a bit off. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me, I guess, because I have a massive clicker, in the background. For those who don't know, I have over there in the corner, my Last of Us corner. You can't see it because this box. But, let me move you over. I have a huge clicker in the corner, and it's like 1/4 scale, so it's massive. It's like this big, and it's a clicker reaching out for you. So I got that. That's the main zombie from The Last of Us that I wanted, which is a clicker. And I have a little clicker bust, so I'm clickered out. But I did want something a little more, I get it with the guitar, and it has that symbolism too, and it probably connects with the story in a really important way. But I don't know what I was expecting, really. I'm still grabbing it up, though, Could you ever get into a Spider-Man movie trilogy if it actually had good story with cool villains like Venom and Carnage? I don't know. That'd be a bit tricky. Spider-Man was one of the, comic book characters I actually did like when I was little. It was Punisher, Wolverine, Batman especially. I think Batman and Punisher were some of my favorites. Wolverine as well. And I did enjoy Spider-Man. I liked, Spider-Man and the Punisher. I had a few comics where they were fighting and shit like that. So I think I could, but I think I'm ready for... my perfect thing would be imagine Tom Holland as Peter Parker, but a little more gritty, without being generic, dark and gritty, but a little more gritty, keeping some of that innocence, because I think that contrasts in a way that is really powerful. You know what I mean? You can still have some of the levity, but I think it needs a little more grit because of the contrast. So that way, when it comes to moments that are tough, they hit you. When it comes to your emotions, they'll punch you right in the balls. I'm doing good, AJ. Yeah, the master mold of statue was handcrafted, not what we get as customers. What are you guys talking about? Up here? Oh, no. Oh, that was James who said that. Yeah, it does look a bit bland for the statue. It's tricky because I said the same thing with Days Gone. My main thing was I wanted a statue, and I know they're not going to make a lot of Days Gone merch. And believe it or not, just after I moved, I actually got excited with the patches and all that because I got my writing book bag. I have a book bag for just writing when I'm on the go, and I put some patches on that, and I have a little closet that I use in the hallway because they don't have any built-in closets in the new place, and it's one with material around it to keep the cat from getting in it. And I put some of the patches on that, so I got use out of it. I put a Days Gone sticker on my computer. My computer lights up, so it's got that. I don't know. It's cool. So, and I dig steel books. So for me, I think the steel book is a hit. Some of the stickers are cool. You can put them on some shit like the computer. The bracelet, I mean, that's something I don't care about really. The Tomb Raider came out with a necklace one, and I just kind of hung it up. So the bracelet I couldn't care about. I'm more into maybe if it's in the story, it's like so emotionally powerful, I'll be like, oh shit. But maybe if it was what would be something? I don't know what's in the game, but something more along the lines of her weapon. You know what I mean? If it was a little replica, miniature, like replica of that axe or something she had, shit like that would be up my alley more. But I love the art books. The pins, I think it's cool. And I think it's up in the air, definitely. If people say, this is disappointing, I can see where they're coming from. Soon, Ronnie will be sculpting like Doomsday Kingdom statues. That's the plan. If I could get good enough, the plan is to sculpt some stuff for Doomsday Kingdom. I think that would be epic. How do you think Fireflies will play into the story? At this point in time, I just kind of think they're the background. They're background characters. You run into them, it might go good, it might not go good. Who is your favorite character in Sopranos? Tony Montana. Tony Soprano, for sure. Is The Walking Dead Definitive Edition worth it? If you've never played before, I think it would be worth it, yes. If you already played and beat it and you're asking that question, no, it's definitely not worth it. Yeah, I know Ellie's actress. She had a small role in the first Avengers. Yeah, she got saved by Captain America, I believe. Yeah, I have a massive clicker. What about it? 6-year time skip in the show. How old would you say Rick is? I was thinking maybe 40s early. I don't know, to be honest. He was supposed to be in his 30s, early 30s, I believe. So I'm saying mid 40s. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. Are the Batman comics still good? I don't read them. I do like the statue for the Walking Dead Definitive Edition. I do want the statue, but just the statue. I don't want the game or nothing. I already beat it. I would be shocked if this collector's edition is more than like 120. 150 might be the new standard, but I think 120 should be the, 150 should be the backpack one, 120 should be this. I have a feeling it's going to be 150 for this and 200 for the backpack, just because prices are going up a little, up some from a few years ago, but I think that's a bit much. Ronnie, I bet you $100 Ellie's girlfriend made that bracelet for her. Oh, definitely. I thought it was hers because, oh, no. It might have been Ellie because Ellie's girlfriend had it on, and then Ellie was wearing it after her girlfriend dies. So, yeah, maybe her girlfriend made it. She was wearing it when she died. Ellie gets it because we already know that because they showed the bracelet. That was something I marked about in the trailer, the first trailer. I thought that trailer is just absolutely genius. I think that trailer was well constructed. Yeah, James Gandolfini's the man. Two new levels shown off to journalists. I know, I'm so jealous. Do I consider your live streams a podcast? I listen to them while I run. Well, I think anyone who that's the tricky part. Back in the day, there was no YouTube and blah blah blah. So when you did a podcast, it was officially a podcast. Now with YouTube, if you listen to it, boom, I'm a podcast. You know what I mean? That's how simple it gets. I mean, if you want to get technical, then obviously we have definitions for a reason. But sure, if you're listening to it right now, it's a podcast. Glad you're listening to it, though. I do the same. Ronnie, I'm really happy that they didn't kill off Rick. Spent like 6 months being depressed about him dying because I was one of those people that assumed he would die. I'm glad he's alive, too. Ronnie, you still didn't finish the Michonne game? No, I didn't. We did put it on. In fairness, we did put it on. Is my game saved? I would imagine the game is saved. Kind of wished AMC would crack down hard and sue some of those spoiler people. I don't want to stay off the internet for a week every time there's a new episode. At this point in time, I'm convinced AMC doesn't care about spoilers. They simply don't give a shit. I'm shocked they don't have more room to take care of that, but I guess not. Ronnie, would you ever consider doing a podcast with another YouTuber? Now, here's a tricky question. Do you mean as a regular series? No, I won't do that. Simply because I don't know if I'm going to have time to do it. It would be a big commitment. If I did get up with somebody and we were like, we're going to do this and it's, we're invested in doing something like that, then sure. I think that would be absolutely awesome. I think it's great having people to bounce your thoughts off of and have an open discussion, especially when you guys disagree on certain things. I think that is fantastic. I do, however, have a podcast coming out. It is a one-time special thing. We might do another one or two, but that's with another YouTuber. And that's going to be covering something in the zombie genre. I don't want to say more than that, but I'm hoping we can have it for early October. So that way it'd be like a Halloween, jump start to Halloween, jump start to October. But it will cover the zombie genre, and that will be about an hour and a half special little podcast. But if I was going to do one with a YouTuber on the regular, it would have to be like a serious commitment. And a real reason to do it. Mr. Mellon said, dude, you skipped over my question 3 times. How do you think the Fireflies will play into the story? I did not skip over your question. You just didn't listen to me. I told you. I think the Fireflies at this moment they're just out there. I think they're just going to be out there. Ellie will run into them and it'll either end up good or end up bad. And again, at this moment, because I don't remember seeing anything that incorporates them specifically into the story one way or the other, outside of being their normal nuisance or their normal usefulness, because you can deal with them either or. They don't have this evil agenda going all the time. Does Dina get shot? I'm assuming beat, shot, raped, murdered, brutalized somehow. The tricky thing is, though, if she is, it must be killed and then interrupted and not raped, because if they're raping Dina, they're going to rape Ellie too. I mean, maybe Ellie does get raped, I don't know, but why wouldn't they kill them both then? So it's either she gets shot and it's not like meant to, it's not a straight up execution, or I don't know. Maybe it is and they do it just to, I don't know, just to hurt Ellie, I'm not sure, but yeah, I hope the Rick movies are good too. Really do. I read an interview from Bill Moseley about 3 from Hell. He explained the whole movie and the ending, all spoilers. I was dumb to read it. That kind of sucks. I will never play or watch the Michonne game. I will resent her for her part in Dwight's death. I'm sorry if that upsets anyone. That's just me. You all feel free to love her character. You do you. just here and there, talking to Walking Dead and other stuff, etc. We will be ending this soon, though. We've been over an hour. Yeah, we got to end this soon. Plus, when she's talking to Tommy, it looks chopped up. Like maybe she says that, but her reaction is to someone else, maybe Joel. Yeah, I'm sure there's some stuff in the trailer that's chopped up to where we think she's talking to someone and she's really talking to someone else. Yeah, that's definitely something they do. It's definitely possible. I just watched Suicide Squad for the first time last night. What's your thoughts on that flick? I think it's terrible. It's downright awful, in my opinion. Especially the Joker. Worst Joker ever. I hope they do a Eugene clip. I don't want him to die a virgin. I don't think he's a virgin, is he? Ronnie played the Michonne game. I played one level. One episode. Yeah, Kang era Daryl. That was just a question of I think that person was just asking, would I be interested? But again, that hypothetical one, but it would have to be a purposeful. It would have to have a purpose, and it would have to be dedicated, and not just. It's okay to do a collab on a video, maybe even do a collab on a video once here, and then maybe in 3 months or so, or a month, the next month. But to do a podcast where you're doing like one episode a week, I mean, it would have to have something to where it's a real deal. You have a theme and a whole setup, and you're really going to do it. Update: Best Buy has the Ellie edition pre-sale at $250. What? Yeah, I'm good on that. They can keep the book bag. That is outrageous. I thought that should be $200. That means if that's real, that means the Ellie statue is $200. I'll be honest. I probably will not cop it if it's $200. That is way too high. I love The Last of Us, but I'll just get the Steelbook and hope to God one day I run across a statue. If I had the money, listen, I just took my car to the shop, had to put another, $800, $900 into it, and the recent move, by the time February comes around, I'm not going to be swimming in money. So for $200, nah. $150, and I'll go for the statue. Any more than that, I was thinking $120 would be a nice price, but any more than $150, and I'm good, homie. I'm good on that. I'll just have to just focus on the game and not review the statue. That's fine. We'll get it some other way. Yep, that's a collector's edition. We just showed off the different ones. When can you pre-order? You can pre-order now. The announcements are out. The collector's editions are out. Stores are going to start putting them up on the sites to buy. So just wait for your store to put it up on a site. Wait for whatever store you want to buy it at to put it up. Let's go shopping. The Last of Us 2. Pre-order. Get out of here with that shit. There's still nothing about... Yeah, there's still nothing about... Alright, so the pre-orders are going to be a minute. Give us some time. That's outrageous. Somebody's selling a press kit for $1,000. You should be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, that's outrageous. Yeah, right now it doesn't look like there's any stores that have it up with a quick search, but I'm sure that'll be happening any minute now. Here's GameSpot. What to know about pre-ordering. See, these are 3 days ago. Yeah, just wait a little bit. It'll start coming out to stores. Time for a new car. Well, here's the thing. I already put a lot of money into the car. So when this last thing gets fixed, it's the oil and all that. And I got a Toyota, so it should go another 50,000 miles easy. It only has 130,000 miles. So once I get my Toyota back, I should be straight. And I can save up. If I keep the car for another, 5 years or so, my plan is to keep this long enough to buy a new car, like for the first time in my life. I think it would be nice to have like an actual new car, not brand new, but something with less than or around 20,000 miles, something like that for me, like newer. I've never had a car, in the 2000s and up. All my cars have been 1990 vehicles. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'd be nice to have a newish car. So give me a few years to save up for that. This car here should last me for sure. Oh, Mad Men. A lot of people tell me to check that out. I might check it out one day. Who do you think the big death this season in The Walking Dead? I think Rosita is going to be a death, yeah. I don't think No, I don't think that at all. Fear the Walking Dead has bigger problems than Morgan and the death of Nick. If Nick was here and Morgan was gone, the story, imagine keeping the story but bringing Nick in and taking Morgan out, the story would still be terrible. The writing would still be terrible. That doesn't have anything to do with it. 300 is way overpriced. I don't know who said 300, but 250 is for the book bag. That's what some people are saying. You found a site with the prices? What are the prices? Buy the steelbook and statue will be on Let Go by year's end. Well, here's the thing with Days Gone. The statue, I think it originally came out for 150, but you guys all donated money and that covered it. And that was a huge help. So I did get the statue. I reviewed the statue. I proudly have it displayed on the counter by The Last of Us stuff. It fits right in. When it comes to, so that was all covered. That was all fine. Now, a few months later, they took the statue and you can buy it right now for $100, the game and the statue. So you can buy it essentially for $50 off, With the Ellie one, because it's The Last of Us, scalpers will likely buy up as many as they can, just like they did with the first one. Try to buy the first statue of The Last of Us. You're going to spend hundreds. You're going to spend $900. People have it on eBay for over $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Where's eBay? Because I remember looking on eBay for so long. Last of Us. Collector's edition. What the fuck? Yo, look at this. Collector's edition. This idiot has it for $500. You are out of your fucking mind, homie. $500. Stay away from this psycho. Who is this psycho? $500. You are out of your fucking mind, bro. Hells no. Now look at, here's the original Pandemic Collector's Edition with the statue. $1,500. That's disgusting and outrageous. And you know what? I'm pretty sure this has been the same post for years now. I've been watching the same one for $1,500. They never change the price. They never adjust it to anything that makes sense. Always expensive. Look, rare figure, $1,000. These people do this shit, and I was watching it for a year, maybe longer, and it would be nice to get a brand new one. I mean, someone in the Matt family, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was James Dieter. He sent me a used one, open, obviously just a statue, and I am hella thankful for it in an insane way because I can't buy it. Look how crazy. We're talking about a $60 statue, a valued on the high end. The normal value is like 40 bucks. $40 statue. But because people are so money hungry, insane, they have it for years overpriced on this site. Crazy. Look at this, $1,300, $1,400 almost. It's not worth that much. It's not at all. But you gotta pay for it if you want it. Here's the survival edition. I don't think that comes with the statue. I'm not sure what the survival edition. Look at this guy, $400. There's nothing in it, bro. Maybe an art book. Tomb Raider, what is that? Ultimate Collector's Edition. There better be a statue in that for $300, you psychopath. Look at this Steelbook for $200. What is wrong with some people? Here's the statue, $670 from Australia. I don't even know what and it has everything. That's probably the lowest you're gonna get, because everyone puts it on for so high, and then other people see it so high, so they put theirs on for so high. And I've watched them for years, and they never sell. They never sell. Look at this guy, $450. Who? See what I mean about scalpers? Who in the right mind is going to pay $500 for that? I'm sorry, The Last of Us is incredible, but $500 for that? Like, what are you on, bro? All right. Besides Michonne leaving the show, we already did that. I'm rewatching the show, Mad Men. It's amazing. Yeah, guys, listen, here's another thing. If you're specifically asking me something, you have to do at Make-A-Path Presents. Here's Mike did it, but he separated the words. At Make-A-Path Presents, all one word. Because when we get a lot of comments in, I'm only reading people who at me. Because it takes too long to try to figure out, are you talking to me or are you talking to the chat? And a lot of people talk in the chat openly. But if you're asking me something specifically, you gotta add it. Either add it or send in a super chat. Like Chris Stanley here. Thank you very much for the dono. Cheers, Ronnie. Got to get back to work. Oh, thank you very much for the support, Chris. I hope work is speedy for you for the rest of the day and you can get up and out of there. More excited for Joker or El Camino. El Camino. Yeah, El Camino, just because I have more connection with Jesse Pinkman. But that's a tough one. That's almost a tie. How much markup on a collectible do you think is reasonable? Well, it depends on the collectible. Like, for an example, there's the statues here that are like $300 statues. The Rick Grimes blew past like $1,000. Now, yes, is that high? Yes, is that crazy? But that's more understanding than a $40 statue marked up to $1,000, because it's the quality. And I get supply and demand, but there's so many people that bought extras of The Last of Us. If everyone sold it for normal prices, you'd probably have a consistent flow of them being, bought up and people selling them. But people are putting on there for insane. But the thing with those statues, the quality is the paint, the sculpt. Why is my phone blowing up? What is that shit? I don't see anything on my thing. I don't get it. My phone's going nuts. Anyhow, so it really depends on the collectible and the rarity. For stuff like this, I can understand doubling in price, tripling in price, but when you get past there, where you take a $40, $50 statue and you're talking about $500, $600, $700, you're just getting greedy. I don't understand this. I don't have any notifications on my phone. Wait, Facebook? Oh, what is this? Two people are talking on Facebook. They tagged me, and every time they talk, Facebook is going nuts fucking sending me notifications. Like, calm down. Facebook does that stupid shit. I can't wait for Facebook to go under. I hate Facebook with a passion, with like a burning passion. It's so old and just gross. Not even looking at it, just the whole thing of Facebook is clunky and shitty. Do you ever drink wine? Not really. I recommend Revolution tastes like juice, but it's 15% alcohol. Can you put the link for the collector's edition in the comments? Thanks, man. Yeah, sure. Copy, and where's that comment box? Yeah, let's try to get a few more questions and shut this down. Here's the link for the collector's edition information. Yeah, man, if you want to check out Mad Men, I definitely recommend it. The writing is damn good. From what I've seen, it looked really good. One of these days when I'm in the mood for that type of show, I'll check it out. Wait, where were we? McPath Presents. Are you going to play Ghost Recon Breakpoint? No, I'm not into the Ghost Recon games. I'm probably not going to play that at all. I think I did see Ravenous on Netflix. I don't think it was all for me. I'll double check it to make sure. Yeah, I think they're getting high during the zombie apocalypse. Sure. Can you make dough reselling cause figures? This line is pricey as it. Wait, you can make dough reselling cause figures? I have no idea what cause is. I'll take your word for it, though. I think the 3 zombies shown would be set in a new country in England, not in the U.S., with Fear and The Walking Dead, something new. What's coming up on the channel, man? I don't know. Let's wait until we get into October, because we have a list of things, but I know if I mention something that's not coming out till November, I'm going to hear about it all October. You said this was coming. You said this was coming. We're going to be back officially in October. Let's just start putting out the first one and then the next one, and then we'll go from there. Because then I'll hopefully be have a few of them already completed and uploaded and know when they're going to come out so I can announce them. Maybe they will take The Walking Dead in China and novel will be successful. I think Ellie and Joel, because maybe Joel and Ellie both the game, that's why maybe it comes back. Oh, Ellie left? Could be. One thing I love about Fear the Walking Dead is the cast. I'm glad the entire cast survived the seasons. I'm not in the Fear right now. Sorry, dude, guys. Ronnie, what do you think about the online will be like when it's finally released? I think it'll be similar to the first game, if you've ever played the first game. My girlfriend broke up with me this week, so I haven't been doing very good. But listen, man, just keep it moving. That's the only advice for anyone dealing with girl issues. They're only special when you're with them. When you're not, move on and find one that fits that slot better. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna give up on everything. I'll stay strong and keep it fighting. Yeah, just keep moving, man. In 10 years, you're gonna find a chick that fits you perfectly, and you're gonna look back and not even remember who you broke up with. I can't even remember half of the chicks I broke up with. Have you heard of more details on the plot of the game? Well, I don't think we need any more. I would be disappointed if we did get more. We got a lot. You know, they're in a community. Her girlfriend gets killed. She goes on a revenge mission. Perfect. Because the stuff that happens during the game, it'll be a surprise to us. It's not going to spoil the plot and the story. From the gate, they said it was a revenge tale. That's it. It's all I need to know. I think knowing it's revenge on the girlfriend was even a bit too much, but because we know that, I feel like there's going to be a lot more that's revealed during that gameplay. So, like Joel and Ellie, I mean, the game was advertised as, initially, when I first seen it, as these two surviving day and night. Go back and watch the very first trailer. just these two surviving day and night, blah, blah, blah. And then it was advertised as this dude has to take this girl as cargo and transport her with Tess. It was Joel and Tess, and that's it. All we got, and it was about them transporting this girl and all the troubles along the way. I think that was the second trailer, and that's perfect because that led Tess's death was like an oh shit because of not the it's coming. It's coming in the game. It's a little bit predictable, but the way it happens, how it happens, and when it happens in the game, it's neat because then it's like, okay, this is different than, and then you're on this journey and all the other stuff that happens. It's exactly what they said it was gonna be, but so much was revealed. That is the right way to do it, and I think that they revealed just enough. They don't need to give us any more. Criticize fear in the comments, not praise it. Oh, you need to fix. I'm when I see fear, I'm just skimming it. I think because I don't want to talk about Fear of the Walking Dead. It just the one thing I will say is I did watch a little clip of a little one take fight scene with them and some zombies. And I'll be honest, they had a moment where it was like a good 20 seconds, and they did a fantastic job. I think that was filmed expertly. Whatever director they had, I mean, the character stories are dog shit, but whatever director they had, they did a really good job doing that. I just wish they would do that more frequently with better story. But that's the last thing I want to say on Fear. It's just not worth our time right now. Do you think The Walking Dead needs to concentrate more on being dark and scary rather than sitcom? Yeah, I would strongly agree to that. Do you think you can get Austin Emilio to do an interview? I think it's possible, sure. I got to do something about this. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but I got to do something with this shit. This is crazy. Allow notifications from this category. No, shut the fucking notifications off. God damn it. Every time there's two people talking to each other, and every single time they talk back and forth, it's blowing my phone up. Why is Facebook doing that? It doesn't normally do it. I think because one of them tagged me. So every time they talk to each other, it's giving me a notification. Facebook is so behind the fucking times. And they wonder why. They're always in a rush to fix their site because it's dog shit. I was actually okay. Do you think? Yeah. Done. Work that done. Done. So coming. Let go. Well, yeah. That's the thing. Moxie Dawn. We're zombie fans here. Whether The Walking Dead is king or whether The Walking Dead is garbage every second of its life. We're zombie fans. We're going to discuss it in one way or the other. Honestly, if you don't like it, I don't know why you're here, bro. I'll be real with you. I know YouTubers are supposed to kiss ass and be like, blah, blah, blah. But you should probably just unsubscribe, because we talk about The Walking Dead a lot, and we're going to continue to. Even when it's dog shit, So I don't know what to tell you. Ronnie, sorry if that has been mentioned, but what do you think about the backstory of the time occurrence of women being... Ronnie, sorry if this has been mentioned, but how do you think the backstory will tie into the current? I'm not really trying to get into it, but just off the top of my head immediately, I think they're out there. Ellie is going to get revenge on a particular group and run into them, hence running into the muscular girl, and that muscular girl might be a new either friend or romantic, interest for Ellie by the end of the game. Who knows? But Ronnie, what collector edition are you going to buy? It depends on the price. If the price is right, I really want to get the one with the statue, but if it's $200, I'm going to pass. I think that's too pricey. And you know what? I got the sneaking suspicion it is $200 because I just thought about it. The statue is 12 inches, which means the statue is going to be on the bigger side. Days Gone was tiny compared to that. I think Days Gone standing up was 12 inches. Let me see. All right, so Days Gone standing up is 5 inches to the top of the tallest handle, about maybe 6 inches. It's hard to gauge that. All right, 5 inches. Days Gone is a 5-inch statue, 5.5, and it's not even 12 inches long ways. So it's not even 12 inches. It's only 8 inches long, and it's only 5 inches tall. The Ellie statue is a full 12 inches tall, if I read that right. I did read that right, didn't I? Yeah. Beautifully crafted 12-inch statue. I hope her face is better detail than what we have in this promotional shot, because the face detail looked like it's the kind from the smaller one. I know, but what do you want? Do you want to watch the trailer now?
Yeah.
Okay. My daughter's going to come in and watch the trailer with me.
What?
Oh, yeah, look it. Here's the collector's edition. We have the one with the book bag and Ellie's statue and all this other fun stuff.
Why does Ellie look different? Oh, yeah, she's grown
She's
up.
a little older now. So let me change this.
How long has it been?
It's been a few years. Let's get...
Stop.
Well, they want to see a reaction. Here.
Okay, there's my reaction. Oh my god.
Here, you're going to have to put these on. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
This camera.
I'm ready.
You're out of frame.
I know.
Oh, get in frame. Oh, sorry.
I'm ready.
You want to sit here?
There's a gnat on your screen.
I know. I keep trying to kill him. Do you want to sit here?
You just punch a hole in your
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you hear it?
Is this when she's older?
Yep.
They kissed again?
No, after that first time.
I'm like, they kissed again? Dang. Someone likes her bangs. Damn, I'm getting popular than you.
What?
Jewel eyes, jewel eyes, jewel eyes. Jewel eyes. Who's Dina?
That girl she kissed her girlfriend.
Wait, that's her girlfriend?
I don't know. It looks like it.
Earthworm Sally. Her voice has barely changed.
Well, that's because it's the same actress. But she was an adult when she did it, so.
That's her?
Yeah, they beat her up.
Oh my god, Tommy's still there. What is she doing?
That's beautiful.
Oh, I thought she was gonna kill herself.
You don't know how large that group is. How armed.
I don't care.
What was that?
I'm blowing her.
I'm like, what the heck is that? They're not even covering her nose. They went. Not even covering nose. Is that Joel?
Yep.
Ew. He look ugly.
What do you think?
He look ugly.
You think Joel looks ugly? Get out of my face
Laugh at
right
him.
now.
He look like he been sniffing that baby.
Well, the collector's edition with the backpack is too
Love you,
expensive. Love you too. So we're just gonna get the statue. Anyway, so I think before she walked in, I was saying the statue is gonna be bigger considerably. It's gonna be twice as big as this, more than twice as big. It's definitely. So if that's the Ellie, yeah, if that's an Ellie statue sitting. Yeah, well, it's going to have good size to it. That might be something to take into consideration if you're going to buy the statue. That's fucking rough. I still think $200 is a bit rough for the statue. Because look at the face. There's not a lot of detail there. It's just blah. I think they got some detail, it looks, in the arm here, but damn. No, what is my net worth? Bro, I don't have a net worth. You're talking to the wrong guy. I'm just like you guys, or, well, I'm sure not all of you, but I'm just like most of y'all. I'm a regular shithead, surviving paycheck to paycheck. Ain't nothing special about me. I love the actress that played Tess. She was good. She was real good. Hey, Ronnie, finally I got to catch it live. How are you doing? Are you getting the Ellie edition? I'm personally only getting a special edition for the Steelbook. I'm getting the Steelbook 100% for sure, and depending on the price, I might get the Ellie statue. Yeah, I agree to that, Chris. How much cooler would it be to get a 1/6 figure of Joel and Ellie instead of overpriced statues? Also, my prediction for part 2, I feel like they tricked us a lot in the trailer. I don't feel tricked. I will say I do know what that other commenter meant about having stairs behind Joel and not looking like it's from the same scene. Okay, now I see what you're trying to say, and I do agree. That could be what it is. As far as the 1/6 scale figures, if you look over here, I do have that. I have Joel, that's his box right here, and they're releasing an Ellie. If I can and if I'm able, I will try to review the Ellie 1/6 scale. If this is overpriced, maybe we'll just focus on getting the Ellie one, and then we'll have a Joel and Ellie. I think that'd be cool. Facebook is actually pulling ahead of live streams compared to YouTube or Twitch. I don't know if I believe that, bro. I'm gonna have to look into it. I do know Facebook has this really insanely high view ratio, which is another thing that I'm fully not on board with, because it gives it a view no matter what. Even if, do you know how many times I pass videos and I have no interest in them and I just pass them? Well, Facebook counts that as a watch. I forget. I read a whole article on how it works, and it's a little misleading, but I do think there's a lot going on with Facebook. It is definitely clear, but their setup is so clunky and so fucking stupid. I don't know. I hate it. I hate dealing with it. And we're going to be doing more on Facebook, you know. I told you, we're going to try to do a couple streams over there. We'll see what it's like, but I'm not going to love Facebook for it, you know. The interface is so damn clunky and stupid. It is stupid beyond belief how they have it set up. It's weird seeing you have so much hair. Yeah, I gotta cut it. Have you played Rage 2? No, I haven't. In Season 3 of Fear? More Fear. Yeah. Are you digging the statue? A kick-ass, Rick-esque wall in the Climbing Hammer would have sold more copies, no? Well, I think something a little more dynamic probably would have sold more, but you know, there's going to be a lot of fans that are connected emotionally to Ellie. So having her play her guitar is something that was the very first image we saw. I mean, similar to Days Gone. The statue is literally the box art cover. That part I find really cool. It's literally the cover with the horde behind him. Now, Ellie, the very first thing we saw for Last of Us 2 was her playing that guitar in that room. So it's kind of like a dig at that. Which I get it and I understand it. And it makes sense, because if they're going to go into production for the statue, they probably went into the development of the statue a long time ago, meaning they just gave them the first thing they had. Ellie, here's how her character will look, and she was playing the guitar in the first teaser, so there, boom, that's our statue. That's likely what they did. They said it was going to be 160 on GameSpot, 250 for the one with the backpack. I could do 160 for the statue one. I won't. I'll do 150, but I'm right around there, you know. Yeah, Moxie. I love the comment. Moxie Dunn. I've been loyal to this channel since day one of the Walking Dead content. Telling me to unsubscribe is a gut punch. Cheers. I'm sorry, bro. You're a troll. Number one, you're trying to get attention by saying we need to let it go and forget about The Walking Dead. Now you're like, I've been here since day one for The Walking Dead. Bro, you're either... Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll be a dick and say it. We just don't need people like that in the chat. I mean, if you want to continue to troll, you're more than welcome, but I'm done reading your comments. If you want to actually say what you don't like about something, go for it. But you don't tell people, hey, stop talking about The Last of Us. Or you go to their streams and say, hey, stop streaming Fortnite. They're doing it. They want to do it. They enjoy doing it. Whether it's good or bad. I don't understand people like you who say we should... Like the people who say, well, if you don't have anything nice to say about a TV show or movie, don't say it at all. Some of the most interesting stuff is discussing what didn't work. I feed off of that because I love that. Because I find it so fascinating. What works? What immerses people into storytelling? I find that fascinating. And when it works, a lot of times it's obvious, you know, why it worked. It's just so obvious. It's like you're repeating it, and you're afraid of, you know, trying to talk to people like they're stupid because it's so obvious. But when stuff doesn't work, I love going into the details, and I love how others go into the details of it. But when people say, don't talk about the bad things, it's like, you must be the most boring individual in your life to have a conversation with, you know, to run from, oh dear God, there's negative things. Let's run from it. How are you liking the new home? It's rough. It's really small, and there was a lot of work that went into it. We're right next to family though, which I love that. I absolutely love that. My car's in the shop, and you know, my family is right here, so I just borrow their car. You know, haven't been a problem. We actually have dinner with them every night, so, well, not every night, but almost, you know, see them every single day. I think that's fantastic, especially for Juliet. It was just me and her. She doesn't have a mother, so we were right next to family, and it's that's the best part. But the actual apartment itself, it was rough, you know, needed a lot of work. It's really small, no closets. So it's tight right now. I'm actually, just to make room, I'm actually selling some stuff that, because I had a lot of older gaming systems that we got from different stuff, dumpster diving or trading or, you know, shit like that. And I'm just going to start selling a lot of shit because there's just no room. It's probably half the size of my old apartment. But the plan is we're using this, and when I get my car fixed, I'm going on a psycho saving spree. I want to give it a couple years and save up a big chunk of money, and then I got a plan. So even though Facebook has false, YouTube becomes anti-creator. On Facebook, stream easier for fans to share and reach new people. Yes, I do believe there's definitely problems. I don't believe at all Facebook is the way in the life, because YouTube doesn't just wake up one day and say, we want to be anti-creator. YouTube gets a lot of pressure on the outside, and let's not pretend Facebook isn't going to get the same pressure. People are going to come and talk about their videos and their music and their copyrighted material. It's bound to, almost in a blanket sense, affect all of the internet. I mean, the internet it's a child still, you know? For us, it's like the internet is old news, but it's still a child, especially when the laws start coming down. In 20, 30, 40 years, the internet now is going to be like, especially years ago, that's going to be like the old frontier. the wild west of the internet. People are already talking about how, you know, the early 2000s was like the wild west of the internet. But essentially, a lot of this is going to be, imagine the different types of laws and different restrictions down the line when it comes to that. But like I said, I'm definitely checking Facebook out. I want to see what the pros is. I'm not going to automatically still love it, though. I still find it clunky and ridiculous the way it functions and operates, especially with the layouts and certain choices they make for how it's set up. I just can't fathom why they make it so clunky. But we're definitely going to look into it. I love Juliet's shirt. I love those Star Wars toys. Oh, yeah. Ronnie, all version of The Last of Us Part 2 are up for pre-order on Best Buy website. Well, let's check that out real quick. Let's check that out, mine. Best Buy. BestBuy.com. Get the fuck out of here, goddammit. Last of Us 2. Okay, so here we got The Last of Us Part 2 for $60. We got The Last of Us Part 2 Ellie Edition for $230. Last of Us Part 2 Special Edition for $80. And we got The Last of Us Part 2 Collector's Edition for $170. And The Last of Us Volume 2 Original Video Game Soundtrack Vinyl for $47, which I think the vinyl comes in the, if it's the same one, it should be, maybe a different cover in the Ellie edition. So since the vinyl itself is like $50, the book bag, the vinyl's probably more than the book bag. Shit, you know what? Did we skip some super chats? Ronnie, how do I become a monthly subscriber? It should be right at the bottom with the super chats, buddy. Yeah, right when you're doing a super chat, I'm almost positive it's right there. It says become a member. If you don't see it, do you not live in the US? I think it's only for US, which is so stupid. So damn stupid. Speaking of monthly subscribers, I got my special Halloween video. I'm going to be working on it early October. I want it ready. You know, I don't want to be doing it last minute. But I got my special DVD here of a remastered copy of the very first horror movie that scared the piss out of me as a kid, traumatized me. I'm going to be working on that during a couple live streams. One for the members of the channel itself. It's going to be an member only exclusive stream. We have to do one of those a month. So we're going to incorporate behind the scenes of making this. It's either going to be watching this while we talk with the chat, or it's going to be doing the research and doing the scripting while talking to the chat. I'm also going to put a link on Patreon for the Patreon supporters. So the stream itself will be for Patreon supporters and the Map Mob members from the channel. Because again, that's something on YouTube. So if you're not a mob member, if you don't like supporting the channel or anything like that, please do not get mad. That's how the system is set up. YouTube makes you do the rewards. You got to do one a month. So that's what it is, okay? It's YouTube's member setup. So, all right, so back to this. Just the regular game is $60. The game with the book bag and the statue and the vinyl record and all the other trinkets is $230 on Best Buy. And the special edition with the steelbook and what came with that special edition? Okay, the steelbook and the art book. The special edition is going to be $80. So you get a steelbook and the art book. Ouch. That's... do you get anything else? That's kind of a ripoff. Well, you get digital content, but I count those as freebies. You shouldn't even count those. That special edition is a ripoff, I'll be honest. $20 for basically an art book. I don't know about that. Last of Us Part 2 Collector's Edition will be $170. So that's for the statue and the steelbook. This 170 for the bracelet, statue, steelbook. It's going to be tight, but we might end up doing that. Here's the shitty thing with the statues, and I learned this with Days Gone. If I do that, Best Buy doesn't deliver until the middle of the day, meaning there's going to be GameStop GameStop sells the game the day before at 9 p.m. That means that at 9 p.m. on February 20th at 9 p.m., I can go to GameStop and pick up the game. You know what I'm saying? How crazy is that? But if I wait for my statue, I have to wait for the full next day in the middle of the day. You know? So I'm going to miss Mullet Man. Lasted 2 issues. Have you seen Tommy Wiseau's Ledger Joker impersonation? Ellie Edition is $300 on Best Buy. Hey, Ronnie, just a shout out to you from the Netherlands. I keep up the good work. Love the channel. Yeah, I know CC Toys, but I'm talking about actually licensed. Oh, well, I would love it if they licensed it. It would be sick to have older versions of them. That would be sick. That would be sick for a licensed figure. Yeah, early 2000s had a lot more freedom internet-wise. Do you think Gimple approves all decisions of the showrunners and writers on Fear the Walking Dead? No, I don't think he has full approval. I think he has some insight. The only approvals Gimple makes, in my opinion, is when it connects with the Rick movies, like the helicopter, the actress who played that CRM girl or whatever. I think it would be too ridiculous for him to approve everything. He's got his own work to do. Yeah, I don't see anything when I click Super Chat. I'm in the US. Yeah, when you go down here on my phone, when you go down here, it's already down here for the live stream. I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't show it. Can someone else help out? When you go to the Super Chat area, for me it automatically pops up. All right, try join by the subscribe button. That is also something that they might have made it exclusively join. But I know for Ethan Van Sciver, when I looked at it for the very first time when he did members, it was at the bottom when I went to Super Chat. It came up, and that's how I first noticed it. And then I did it a little after. So check by subscribe. It'll say join. Do you think Joel will survive part 2 or not? Like actually survive the whole game? At this point in time, I'm going to go with survive. You know, but I do think there's a % chance that he could die, you know, through it. Yeah, Moxie Dunn, I don't believe you and I'm not taking the bait. You're not making sense. 1 minute you're saying, you know, why are we talking about The Walking Dead? Just stop talking about The Walking Dead. And now you're saying, bro, I've been supporting ever since the beginning. You're contradicting yourself. If you make sense and explain how that logic even lines up, then okay, fine. But if not, peace, brother. Peace. Rest in peace. You know what I mean? Don't let the door hit you on the way out. But at this point in time, like I said, I'm done discussing it. You absolutely strike me as a person who you're just really eager for attention. Again, based on the fact that you're saying two contradictory things. You know? It doesn't make sense. It's like me going to, we just said Ethan Van Sciver. He's a comic book guy. Does independent comics on Indiegogo. So we're looking at how they do it and get some tips and tricks and whatnot. That'd be like me going to his stream and saying, shut up about comic books. And then when he's like, bro, you're in the wrong room for that, I go, but I'm a huge supporter. What? You know, his channel's solely about comics. You're not making sense. We are horror zombie. That's our main thing. Horror zombie post-apocalyptic. That's never gonna change. As a Sons of Anarchy fan, what did you love about Jax Teller? His charisma. A lot had to do with the actor himself. He had a certain charm to him. But you like the character who can get down and dirty, but is also sensible and is not a whack job. You know, that part of the character is interesting to watch. When will I start streaming on the personal channel again? October, if not a little bit before. All right, let's finish it up. I didn't realize it was 2 hours. Jesus, I'm supposed to be cutting down on the streams, and that's one thing. If you got a channel that is blowing up and you're doing like multiple videos every day and you're just riding trends, you can probably do as many streams as you want, I believe. But if like we were moving and not uploading, and then I was also taking months to seriously focus on what content I want to do permanently on the channel, because originally it was just like I talked about The Walking Dead and it just blew up, and I didn't even think about the content I wanted to do that we weren't doing. So now when The Walking Dead started falling in ratings, I started thinking about it. Yeah, you know what? It's not just about The Walking Dead, and there's a lot, like so much in the zombie genre alone that I want to get into. You know what I mean? And it took me a while because I didn't want to commit to something and just be like, that didn't really work. So I think we got a really good structure that I want to go with now, which is when we get stuff like The Last of Us Part 2, like this is in our community, we're going to discuss it. No matter, in a video, live stream, doesn't matter. El Camino, it's another thing. I want to talk about it, blah, blah, blah. When it comes to movies and TV, not too much for predictions, because, again, I want to move towards more of the analyzing, less of the predictions. I was never really big into doing predictions. It was a fun little thing to do, but that could get out of hand quickly. You do too many, and it just kind of dilutes what's going on, but now I think we have a good setup where moving forward we have Deeper Intos, which is analyzed, Neck Deep, which are reviews, Speak Your Geek, which is essentially all discussions on anything from video games to movies to TV, and that also covers, because the Let's Talk was, I mean, you could technically do that, but Speak Your Geek would cover sitting here talking, but also I want to eventually go out and interact with people out in the real world and do little mini surveys and discussions out there as well. So we have a few different series that we're going to get going. There's a couple ones that I want to play with and just do once in a while. Like I have one focusing on trailers, movie trailers, and that had to do with kind of breaking them down to some degree. But those are ones where once in a while I didn't want to get to, every week we got this one going on, you know? Anyhow, any other last stuff? I'm trying to wait to see any comments come in. El Camino, Ronnie, any predictions for how Jesse ends up? I think they already pretty much showed us it already in the trailer. I feel like a happy ending it deserved at this point. But I already talked about this, so I'll keep it brief. But we already saw pretty much where he went after he left. But I do believe his story is either going to end where he dies and it wraps, or it's going to clear him to some degree. So by the end, it's like a clean slate, fresh start, healing type of an ending. Because this is what makes sense for the character. He's damaged. So what makes sense for an arc? Okay, damaged, healed. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's just real quick based off of what little bit we got to see. You missed us. That's why you went 2 hours. I felt glad you're back. Yeah, I miss doing it, the streams. I like the streams. It's just, it's damaging to a channel's analytics. I mean, it is so wildly, it cripples channels. And again, if you're riding trends and you're hot and you're doing multiple videos a day, you probably don't notice it as much. But if you're not, and you're just, regular ass channel, big or small, or biggish and smallish, it'll destroy your analytics. Because I was looking through some of my analytics and I was like, I should probably just legit drop the channel and start a whole new one. Like, the analytics are that bad. And I think it's because they do this stupid audience retention time thing with the analytics, which is so dumb, because I do the same thing too. If it's a long stream, I pop in, watch for a half hour, I'll leave. Come back 10 minutes, I'll leave. Come back 5 minutes, I'll leave. Come back 10, 20 minutes, I'll leave. I'm eating dinner, watch for 10 minutes. I do that constantly on other people's channels. So imagine thousands of people doing that here. And you get the analytics that say, oh, it's 3 hours long, people only watch for 10 minutes. And next thing you know, they're burying your content. I did a recent test with the It review. I named it How to Defeat Your Bully. I looked up that title, and normally when before I was doing streams constantly, my videos, I would just have to put like It review, and no matter how many channels were out, I'd be in the top like 20 or 50. I had a real good audience retention, was incredible, and this is before streams. And I always, because I tested it every week, every other day, I constantly found my videos in the search results on a different tablet, computer, laptop, you name it. I did it with the It movie, using It movie review and the word bully. I was the only one that used the word bully in their title. The only one. And I wasn't the first, second, third, 10th, 50th. I had to scroll and scroll and scroll. And I don't even think the first time I did it, my video showed up. And then finally, I think I put Defeat Bully, and my video was like 20th or 50th down. That's how the analytics will fuck your channel up, Anyway, the more day drinking you do, the older I got, the less I drink. I don't know what it is. I used to drink like a fish all the time, every day, nonstop. Now I just feel like it slows me down. I think when I was younger, I could just wake up with a hangover and either start drinking again or take the day off. It was nothing to just, man, today ain't shit. I'm sitting down doing nothing. But you can't. When you got a kid to take care of, you always got to hustle. So I think I got annoyed eventually by being, not drunk, but, sometimes when you get real drunk the next day, you drag your ass. You don't eat the same, your stomach's off, And I think I got sick of it, so I just stopped. I just stopped drinking. Yeah, tags are important. I did all the tags proper as well. You got It movie review. The title is in it. Separate, connected, you name it. Ronnie, I already think Last of Us 2 will win Game of the Year when it drops. For 2020, sure. I hope Days Gone wins for 2019. I hope so. I appreciate that, Wank Stain. I don't see any other last questions, so let's shut this down. And I didn't expect to go 2 hours, so we're probably going to do the video I was going to work on to try to upload today. I forget which one it was. I might do some, we already had dinner, so that's done, but I might do some work in the kitchen. I got to do some dishes and clean up some and vacuum. And then I might come back later and work on the video that I was going to post today, but post it tomorrow instead. So that way we have something to do tomorrow. And then I do want to get focused on the schedule for October. Again, we're starting slow. October, November, and December should pick up a lot more by then. And hopefully I will upload my videos from the phone onto the Ronnie Hayes channel. I got to edit those down, but we're going to have at least like 10 days straight of a video up there, little clips about the move and stuff, just randomness. But I think that is it. Yep. Good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. And if you are getting The Last of Us, if you're putting a pre-order in, whatever you decide, let me know what you decide. And I'm out. So far, I'm going to be getting the statue one, unless, of course, something comes up. And then maybe we'll just get the Steelbook one. Again, it's fucking tricky because GameStop sells it a day before in the store, before they close at 9 o'clock. Boom. So I don't know. Shit, I don't know. We'll see how things go. We might do some type of giveaway. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. I'll see you guys later, though. Any ideas, let me know. Good night.